If you've ever wondered why millions of travelers keep coming back to Ho Chi Minh City, you're about to find out. Most tourists waste their precious time hitting the same overcrowded spots, missing the real gems that make this city incredible. Today, I'm sharing 38 insider experiences that will transform you from confused tourist to confident explorer. From secret pagodas where locals pray for love and wealth, to underground food spots only Vietnamese know about, this list will save you from tourist traps and show you the real Saigon. First on our list is Nguyen Walking Street, where you're standing in the exact spot where Saigon's past meets its future. Most tourists rush right through without knowing what they're missing. While everyone's taking selfies at the obvious spots, there's a hidden story unfolding right beneath their feet. This area transforms from busy road to pedestrian paradise. Nguyen Walking Street connects perfectly with Bac Dang Quay Park, offering riverside views, and Saigon Riverside Park, providing local family scenes. Visit early morning 6 to 8 a.m. for joggers and Tai Chi, or evening 6 to 9 p.m. for the light show and street performers. Spend 2 to 3 hours here and you'll understand why locals call this area the soul of modern Ho Chi Minh City. You're experiencing 3 different sides of Saigon culture in one perfect triangle. Next up is the Cafe Apartment on Nguyen Street. What looks like a rundown apartment building from the outside hides one of Saigon's most Instagram famous secrets. You might walk right past this place thinking it's just another old building, but locals know better. The Cafe Apartment packs dozens of unique coffee shops into one building at 42 Nguyen Street. Each floor offers different vibes and views, with colorful signs covering the facade. Good Day Cafe on the upper floors gives you panoramic city views while you sip Vietnamese coffee under natural light streaming through windows. Visit during evening hours, 6 to 9 p.m., when the building comes alive with nighttime energy. Spend 1 to 2 hours cafe hopping between floors, and bring cash since many small cafes don't take cards. This vertical coffee adventure shows you how Saigon maximizes every inch of space while keeping its cafe culture alive. Up next, 3 buildings within walking distance tell the complete story of French colonial power in Vietnam. Most people see these as separate attractions, missing the bigger picture of how colonialism shaped this city. Ho Chi Minh City Hall showcases French administrative power with its Paris-style architecture, while the Saigon Opera House represents cultural influence. Built in 1897 by French architect Eugene Ferret, the Opera House's facade echoes the Petit Palais in Paris. Dong Khoi Street connects them as the former Rue Catinat, serving as the main thoroughfare for commerce and social life during colonial times. The Opera House interior can only be seen during shows, so check the schedule ahead of time. Early morning 7 to 9 a.m. offers the best lighting for photos and fewer crowds. Plan 1 to 2 hours for the full walking tour. Next must-see spot is where 3 symbols stand right across from each other, showing how ideas and information shaped Vietnam's destiny. While tourists snap photos of the pretty buildings, they're missing the powerful story of communication and control. The Saigon Central Post Office represents colonial communication networks with its Gustave Eiffel design and Victorian-era wooden phone booths. Notre Dame Cathedral spread religious influence through its twin spires rising 60 meters above the city. Book Street promotes modern Vietnamese literature with bookstores connecting writers to the public. The post office's interior maps show French Indochina as colonizers saw it, while the cathedral's red bricks from Marseille dominated the skyline for decades. Visit mid-morning 9 to 11 a.m. when the post office is active but not crowded. Spend 90 minutes exploring all 3 locations. Our next essential spot is behind these gates, where one moment in 1975 changed the course of Vietnamese history forever. You can walk through rooms where life or death decisions were made, but most visitors don't know which rooms matter most. Independence Palace preserves the exact moment when North Vietnamese tank 843 crashed through the gates on April 30th, 1975, ending the Vietnam War. The basement bunker served as a command center with communication systems that coordinated South Vietnamese defense efforts. The presidential office witnessed key wartime decisions, while the tank display tells the complete story of power's final moments. Visit right when it opens at 8 a.m. or after 2 p.m. to avoid tour groups. Spend 2 hours including the basement and grounds. Standing in these preserved rooms, you'll understand how quickly history can pivot. Next up, this museum doesn't just show you war artifacts, it forces you to confront the human cost of conflict. Many visitors aren't prepared for the emotional impact of what they'll see here. The War Remnants Museum displays graphic photos, Agent Orange effects, and prison conditions that reveal war's brutal truth. The photographic exhibits show the most impactful displays of Agent Orange victims that many find confronting. The guillotine and tiger cages show French-colonial violence, while Agent Orange exhibits document long-term chemical warfare effects on families still suffering today. Plan 2 to 3 hours and visit in the afternoon. When you have time to process what you've seen, bring tissues. This museum succeeds because it doesn't glorify war. It shows why peace matters. Next on our list, while everyone rushes to the War Museum, this place quietly holds 40,000 artifacts that tell Saigon's complete story. You might think you know Ho Chi Minh City's history, but these objects reveal surprises about daily life through the centuries. Ho Chi Minh City Museum traces the city from Khmer settlement through French colonialism to modern metropolis. The neoclassical building itself was once the Cochin China governor's residence, blending Oriental and European styles. Ancient pottery, colonial furniture, and revolutionary documents show how ordinary people lived through extraordinary times. Visit mid-morning Tuesday through Sunday, spend 90 minutes, and don't miss the traditional medicine and religious artifact sections. These everyday objects prove that history isn't just about wars and politics. Next essential experience takes you to green spaces where finding peace seems impossible in a city of 9 million people until you discover these hidden sanctuaries. Most tourists skip these spots thinking they're just ordinary parks, but locals know they're essential for survival in urban chaos. Saigon Zoo and Botanical Garden combines 150-year-old trees with rescued wildlife, while Tao Dan Park offers morning Tai Chi and evening socializing. The zoo houses over 125 species of mammals, reptiles, and birds. The Botanical Garden preserves tropical plants from across Southeast Asia with rare and exotic species, creating a tranquil escape. Early morning 6 to 8 a.m. shows you local exercise culture. Late afternoon 4 to 6 p.m. is perfect for families. Spend 2 to 3 hours total. These green spaces prove nature and community thrive together. Up next is where 20 years ago, this area was empty land, but now it represents Vietnam's economic ambitions reaching toward the clouds. While Old Saigon charms tourists, this modern district shows where the country is actually heading. Vinhomes Central Park creates a mini Singapore with luxury apartments, international schools, and manicured gardens. The development transforms previously undeveloped land into a self-contained district catering to high-end residents and international families. Landmark 81's observation deck on floors 79, 80, and 81 offers the best city views, especially at sunset. Visit the observation deck between 4 to 6 p.m. for sunset views. Spend 1 to 2 hours and book tickets online to skip lines. This modern district proves that Ho Chi Minh City isn't stuck in the past. Next thing to experience is 3 markets that offer completely different shopping experiences. But most tourists only hit the famous one and miss the real deals. While Ben Thanh Market gets all the attention, savvy shoppers know the other 2 offer better prices and authentic experiences. And Dung Market serves the local Vietnamese community with wholesale prices spanning 25,000 square meters. Saigon Square targets young fashion lovers with affordable trendy items and international secondhand finds. Ben Thanh Market offers tourist convenience with souvenirs and Vietnamese coffee beans. And Dung opens earliest at 7 a.m. for wholesale buyers, Saigon Square peaks in afternoons, and Ben Thanh stays busy all day. Start at Dung at 8 a.m. for wholesale prices, hit Saigon Square at 2 p.m. for fashion, and end at Ben Thanh at 4 p.m. for souvenirs. Our next essential spot is where air conditioning, escalators, and international brands might seem boring after street markets, but these malls reveal modern Vietnamese lifestyle. You might think malls are the same everywhere, but Vietnamese shopping centers blend global brands with local culture in unexpected ways. Saigon Center attracts office workers and expats with international brands like Gucci and Chanel across 8 floors, while Vinhomes Center focuses on Vietnamese middle-class families with over 100 prestigious brands including Dior and Calvin Klein. The food courts serve Vietnamese dishes alongside KFC, and local brands like Bon Mua Boutique compete directly with international ones. Visit during lunch 12 to 2 p.m. or evening 6 to 8 p.m. when locals shop after work. Spend 1 to 2 hours exploring different floors. Before we continue to the next thing to do on our list, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more travel guides just like this one. Next thing to do is hop on the hop-on hop-off bus. While other visitors stress about navigation and transportation, you can sit back and see everything without the hassle. The hop-on hop-off bus connects major attractions with air conditioning, English commentary, and flexible scheduling that makes exploring simple. The route covers districts 1 and 3, stopping at markets, museums, and landmarks every 30 minutes. You'll hit Ben Thanh Market, Independence Palace, War Remnants Museum, and Notre Dame Cathedral without figuring out confusing street names or dealing with traffic. Start early at 9 a.m. from Ben Thanh Market. Use the full day pass and hop off at places that interest you most. This bus system proves that sometimes the tourist option is actually the smartest choice, letting you maximize sightseeing while minimizing stress. Next thing to do is head to these 3 food streets where the best Vietnamese food happens on plastic stools at street-side stalls where locals eat daily. These streets look chaotic and overwhelming, but knowing where to go transforms confusion into culinary adventure. Ho Thi Ki Food Street specializes in seafood and hot pot, with numerous stalls offering fresh catches and flavorful broths. Vinh Can Food Street offers traditional Vietnamese dishes, showcasing the country's rich culinary heritage with classic recipes. Ben Nghe focuses on late-night snacks for those seeking tasty bites after dark. Look for stalls with high turnover, lots of locals, and clean preparation areas. Visit Ho Thi Ki at 7 p.m. for dinner crowds, Vinh Kin at 6 p.m. for traditional meals, and Ben Nghe after 9 p.m. for night snacks. Next must-see experience is checking out these Michelin Bib Gourmand winners that look like ordinary local joints, but they serve extraordinary Vietnamese cuisine. Bo Co Gin perfects beef stew with tender chunks and aromatic spices. Pho Mien Ga Ki Dong masters chicken noodle soup with clear broth, and Pho Phuong serves legendary pho since 1968, with recipes passed down through generations. Nha Tu specializes in home-style cooking that feels like eating at a Vietnamese grandmother's house. Tiem Cum Tho Truyen Ki offers clay pot rice with crispy bottom layers, and VK Kitchen elevates traditional recipes with modern presentation. Visit during off-peak hours 2 to 4 p.m. to avoid crowds. Expect to wait at popular spots, and bring cash since most don't accept cards. These Michelin-recognized spots prove the best Vietnamese food doesn't need fancy decor. Next thing to try is hitting up these 2 buffets. Buffets in tourist areas often disappoint, but these 2 offer genuine quality that even locals appreciate. Nico Hotel Seafood Buffet features fresh imports and Japanese preparation techniques alongside Vietnamese dishes. The buffet offers a wide variety of seafood options, prepared with care and attention to detail, making it a favorite among seafood lovers. Buffet Duen Hai focuses on Vietnamese coastal cuisine with live cooking stations and traditional preparations. This offers a more local and authentic dining experience compared to the Nico Hotel's more international approach. Make reservations for dinner service 6 to 9 p.m., dress smart casual, and pace yourself to try signature dishes from each station. These buffets show Vietnamese hospitality shines brightest when combining international standards with local flavors. Coming up next, one sandwich shop and one cafe represent decades of Saigon culinary tradition, but finding them requires insider knowledge. Hundreds of banh mi shops and cafes compete for attention, but these two earned legendary status through pure quality. Banh mi Huyen Hoa creates towering sandwiches with premium ingredients that locals line up for daily. The shop's commitment to quality sets their banh mi apart from countless competitors across the city. Cheo Leo Cafe preserves old-school Saigon atmosphere with vintage decor, traditional brewing methods, and unchanged recipes. Opened in 1938, three sisters continue their father's tradition using clay pots and cloth strainers for brewing. Visit Banh Mi Huyen Hoa at 10 a.m. or 3 p.m. to avoid peak lunch crowds, and try Cheo Leo Cafe in late afternoon for authentic ambiance. Next thing you need to try is this creamy sweet coffee creation that started in Hanoi, but Saigon's versions add their own twist to the beloved recipe. Many cafes claim to serve authentic egg coffee, but only a few master the technique that creates the perfect foam. Cafe Trung 3T and Little Hanoi Egg Coffee both specialize in this unique drink that combines coffee with whipped egg yolk and condensed milk. The preparation requires skill to create the right texture and temperature balance between hot coffee and cold egg foam. Visit in late afternoon, 3 to 5 p.m. when you need an energy boost, and watch the preparation process if possible. Egg coffee proves Vietnamese cafe culture constantly innovates, taking inspiration from the North and adapting it with Southern ingredients. Next thing to do is go cafe hopping because Vietnamese cafe culture goes far beyond coffee. It's about community, creativity, and finding your perfect spot in the urban landscape. With thousands of cafes to choose from, finding the ones that match your vibe requires local insight. Cafe Den Da serves traditional Vietnamese coffee with authentic brewing methods. King Khoi Coffee offers Instagram-worthy latte art that's perfect for photos, and Mam Coffee focuses on specialty beans with expert roasting. Num Cafe attracts artists and students with creative atmosphere. Akio Cafe caters to business meetings with professional settings, and Su Cafe provides quiet working spaces. Spend 45 minutes at each location to understand their unique character. Visit different ones at various times a day. Before we move on to the next activity, if you're enjoying this list of things to do in Saigon, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our travel guides. Next essential experience takes you to these two temples where you might expect old-fashioned temples, but these places blend traditional Buddhism with modern community needs. And Quang Buddhist Temple serves as a community center with meditation classes, Dharma talks, and social programs for local families. Vietnamese National Buddhist Temple represents the official Buddhist organization with formal ceremonies and religious education programs. Both temples offer English-speaking monks who welcome respectful visitors and explain Buddhist practices. The monks provide insights into how Buddhism adapts to contemporary Vietnamese life while maintaining ancient traditions. Visit early morning 6 to 8 a.m. for chanting ceremonies or late afternoon 4 to 6 p.m. for meditation sessions. Dress modestly and remove shoes. These temples prove that Buddhism in Vietnam isn't just historical tradition, it's a living practice. Next must-see spots are these two temples where Ho Chi Minh City's Chinese community built these places to preserve their heritage, creating unique spaces that blend Vietnamese and Chinese traditions. Most visitors don't realize these temples serve specific Chinese communities with distinct religious practices and cultural celebrations. Quanam Pagoda honors the Chinese goddess of mercy with colorful decorations and Pure Land Buddhist elements. The temple features intricate carvings and statues representing Chinese religious traditions. Tuathun Assembly Hall serves the Teochew Chinese community with traditional architecture and ancestral worship ceremonies that connect families to their roots. Visit during Chinese festivals for the most vibrant atmosphere, or quiet mornings for peaceful contemplation. Spend 45 minutes at each. These temples reveal how Vietnamese multiculturalism works in practice. Our next essential spots are these two temples that represent different approaches to Buddhism in Vietnam, from historical significance to pure spiritual practice. While they're both Buddhist, their different histories and purposes create completely different experiences for visitors. Phap Hua Buddhist Temple focuses on meditation and spiritual practice with peaceful gardens and teaching programs. The structure draws inspiration from old northern Vietnamese pagodas with curved roofs decorated with dragons. Two white reclining Buddha statues greet you at the front entrance, while green trees and a small lake create perfect meditation spaces. Gia Long Buddhist Temple carries historical weight as a center of Buddhist resistance during the 1960s political struggles. Built in 1956, this temple became the focal point where Buddhist monks protested against religious discrimination. Visit Phap Hua early morning for meditation sessions and Gia Long in afternoon to learn about its historical significance. Next essential spot is the Jade Emperor Pagoda, where inside this dimly lit temple, incense smoke swirls around 300 ancient statues while locals pray for love, wealth, and health. This isn't just a tourist attraction, it's a functioning temple where serious spiritual business happens every day. The Jade Emperor Pagoda honors the Taoist King of Heaven alongside Buddhist and Vietnamese folk deities in one mystical space. Built by the Cantonese Chinese community, the temple features 100 carved wooden panels with Chinese couplets and green ceramic tiles throughout. The turtle pond, carved wooden panels, and statue collection create an otherworldly atmosphere that even skeptics find moving. Visit early morning 7 to 9 a.m. or late afternoon 4 to 6 p.m. for the best lighting and fewer crowds. Spend 90 minutes exploring every corner. Up next is Ton Dinh Parish Church, where in a predominantly Buddhist country, this bright pink Catholic church stands out like a fairy tale castle in downtown Saigon. You might wonder how Catholic architecture fits into Vietnamese religious landscape, but the answer reveals surprising cultural harmony. Ton Dinh Parish Church's pink exterior and Gothic architecture create one of the city's most photographed religious buildings. Construction began in 1870 and finished in 1876 during French-colonial times. The church serves an active Vietnamese Catholic community while welcoming visitors who respect ongoing religious services. Visit mid-morning 9 to 11 a.m. or late afternoon 4 to 6 p.m. When lighting enhances the pink facade, check mass schedules to avoid disrupting services. This pink church proves Vietnamese culture embraces religious diversity. Next essential spot is Japantown, where thousands of Japanese expats have created their own neighborhood in Ho Chi Minh City, complete with authentic restaurants and cultural centers. Most tourists never discover this hidden community that offers genuine Japanese experiences without leaving Vietnam. Japantown centers around Lê Thanh Ton Street with authentic ramen shops, izakayas, and Japanese grocery stores serving expat families. The restaurants maintain Tokyo-level quality because they cater to homesick Japanese workers who demand authenticity. Visit for dinner 6 to 9 p.m. when the area comes alive with after-work crowds. Try multiple small plates at different establishments. Japantown shows how Ho Chi Minh City's international business success creates authentic cultural enclaves that enrich the city's diversity. Coming up next are Turtle Lake and Starlight Bridge, where when the sun sets, locals know exactly where to go for romantic walks and peaceful moments away from the city's chaos. During the day, these spots seem ordinary, but evening transforms them into magical gathering places for couples and families. Turtle Lake provides a circular walking path around peaceful water, while Starlight Bridge offers elevated views and colorful lighting. Young couples, families, and exercise groups create a lively but relaxed atmosphere perfect for people watching. Visit after 6 p.m., when the lights come on and crowds gather. Spend 1 to 2 hours walking and observing local social life. These evening gathering spots reveal Vietnamese social culture at its most relaxed, showing how urban spaces become community living rooms after dark. Next essential spot is Bitexco Financial Tower, where for years, this was the tallest building in Vietnam. And its observation deck still offers the most accessible panoramic views of the sprawling metropolis. While newer buildings have surpassed its height, Bitexco's unique design and central location provide views that taller buildings can't match. Bitexco Financial Tower's Skydeck on the 49th floor offers 360-degree views of the Saigon River, districts, and urban sprawl. The helicopter landing pad design creates a unique architectural silhouette that's become a city symbol. Visit at sunset 5:30 to 7 p.m. for the best lighting and city transformation from day to night. Book tickets online to skip lines. From this height, you understand Ho Chi Minh City's massive scale and rapid growth. Our next must-see spot is District 5, which contains the largest Chinatown in Vietnam, where 5 generations of Chinese families have created a city within the city. Most tourists stick to District 1, missing this authentic cultural experience that feels like traveling to another country. Cholon streets buzz with Chinese temples, traditional medicine shops, and family businesses that have operated for decades. You'll find Thien Ho Temple built in 1760 and Gia on Hoi Quan Pagoda with elaborate gilded woodwork. Bin Tay Market serves as Chinatown's commercial heart with wholesale goods, Chinese ingredients, and traditional crafts spanning over 17,000 square meters. Start early at 8 a.m. when the market is most active. Spend 3 to 4 hours exploring temples and shops. Bring cash for small purchases. Next must-see spot is Bui Vien Street. Locals either love or hate Bui Vien Street, but everyone agrees it represents a side of modern Vietnam that's impossible to ignore. Bui Vien transforms from quiet daytime street to a bustling nightlife district with bars, restaurants, and street vendors catering to international crowds. The street offers cheap accommodations, Western food, and English-speaking services that help travelers adjust to Vietnam. Visit in early evening 6 to 8 p.m. to see the transformation begin, or late night 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. for full party atmosphere. Bui Vien shows how Vietnam adapts to international tourism while maintaining its entrepreneurial spirit, creating spaces where cultures collide and business thrives. Next thing you need to do is take day trips to Cu Chi Tunnels and Can Tho. 2-day trips from Ho Chi Minh City offer completely different perspectives on Vietnamese history and culture, both essential for understanding the country. Most visitors can only choose 1-day trip, but these 2 experiences complement each other perfectly for those who make time for both. Cu Chi Tunnels reveal the underground war network that helped defeat American forces, with crawl-through tunnels and booby trap demonstrations. This extensive network stretches over 250 kilometers and served as hiding places, medical facilities, and living quarters for soldiers. Can Tho's floating markets show traditional Mekong Delta life, with boats selling fresh produce and families living on the water. These day trips prove understanding. Vietnam requires seeing both its struggle for independence and agricultural traditions. Ho Chi Minh City rewards travelers who dig deeper than surface attractions, offering layers of culture, history, and authentic experiences for those willing to explore. Use this list as your roadmap for discovering the real Saigon beyond typical tourist routes. These 38 experiences transform visitors from confused tourists into confident explorers who understand what makes this city truly special. If this video helped you plan your Ho Chi Minh City adventure, hit that like button and subscribe for more travel guides. Drop a comment below and tell me which spot you're most excited to visit first. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.